Honorable Senators, we now have the tellers here. We have a teller for ayes and a teller for nays. Senator Chimera is for ayes, and Senator Hezena is for nays. This is Honorable Senators, Senator Chute and Senator Boni, if I give the instructions and then you don't get it and start stopping the process in the middle, it is not going to be tidy. Majority, you are supposed to be resumed on your seats. Senator There is a consensus being built. Let them build it for 1 minute, then we can proceed. He's an interested party. He's a voter. We can proceed on. I think both the majority and minority have agreed on way forward. Not coming. Okay, Honorable Senators, we have 2 sets of questions. Honorable Senators, we have 2 sets of amendments. The first set of amendments contains 9 questions. Question 1 to question 9 is the first set of amendments. And in this first set of amendments, please listen keenly, where the report of the Standing Committee on Justice, Legal Affairs and Human Rights has made recommendations to reject. If the senators are convinced with the recommendations contained in the report of the committee to reject the President's recommendation on clauses 2, 5, 6, 8, 12, 16, 17, 18, and 20, the threshold pursuant to Article 115, 4B of the Constitution is 2/3 of the county delegations. And I want to now put the 9 questions, which you will have a chance when you are called out by roll call to vote, to reject, or to approve. So you choose what to vote. We have the nays and the noes. Question 1, I am proceeding, and it is good you be keen on this one, so we avoid. Senator Omutata, you are bordering on going out of order now. Please resume your seat. I put the question that the President's recommendation on clause 2 be approved. Question 2, I put the question that the President's recommendation on clause 5 be approved. I put the question that the President's recommendation on Clause 6 be approved. I put the question that the President's recommendation on Clause 8 be approved. I put the question that the President's recommendation on Clause 12 be approved. I put the question that the President's recommendation on Clause 16 be approved. I put the question that the President's recommendation on Clause 17 be approved. I put the question that the President's recommendation on Clause 18 be approved. I put the question that the President's recommendation on Clause 20 be approved. That is the first set of the 9 questions, 9 amendments, and you'll be voting on those 9 in the first set, and you'll now be called by way of roll call by the clerk. So, clerk, you can proceed. Honorable Senators, Honorable Senators, Honorable Sen. Honorable Senators, I think we can now resume our seats. And I want to clarify the questions that are being voted on. Senator Boni Halwale, Senator Chimera, Senator Morango, please sit. Please resume your seats. Senator Eddie, no. Eddie, go and sit. Senator Eddie. Senator Chimera, can you please guide the other senators to sit? Sigei, sit. Senator Chute, I don't know why you've been so active today in the whole house, disrupting. Honorable senators, I will read out the question that you are voting on. And the question is as simple as I'm reading it. Question 1. And we'll vote for the first 9 using a voice vote. And I put the question that the President's recommendation on clause 2 be approved. If you answer yeah, then you are approving to the President's recommendation on clause 2. Not the committee report. I put the question that the President's recommendation on clause 2 be approved in the simplicity with which it appears. We have bundled them in a set of 9 questions to ease the voting. The next question is, I put the question that the President's recommendation on clause 5 be approved. I put the question that the President's recommendation on clause 6 be approved. Next, question 4, I put the question that the President's recommendation on clause 8 be approved. Question 5, I put the question that the President's recommendation on clause 12 be approved. Question 6, I put the question that the President's recommendation on clause 16 be approved. Question 7, I put the question that the President's recommendation on clause 17 be approved. Question 8, I put the question that the President's recommendation on clause 18 be approved. Question 9, I put the question that the President's recommendation on clause 20 be approved. Now, the clerk is going to call out the name using the alphabetical order. You will respond. If you agree with all 9, you can just say simply yes to all 9 questions. Are we clear? We have a teller for yeas and a teller for nays. So I'll give the clerk the opportunity now to call out the members. Senator Hezena, you are not in your position as a teller for nays. Can you please take your position? And clerk is proceeding to call out the names. Please don't waste the time, the short time we have to do this exercise. When you are called out, don't delay, concentrate.
Senator Abbas Sheikh Mohammed, Wajir County.
Senator Abbas, I requested you.
I abstained.
Next.
Senator Adan Dulo Fatuma Isiolo County. Absent. Senator Boy Isa Juma Kwale County.
Yes on all 9. Yes for all. Madam Speaker, I vote yes for all.
Senator Cheragay Samson Nandi County. Senator Cheragay Samson Nandi County.
Senator Cheragay.
Mr. Speaker, oh sorry, Madam Speaker, sir. Sorry, Madam Speaker, I vote yes for the all 9.
Cheriot Aaron Kirui, Kericho County.
Madam Speaker, I vote yes for all 9.
Senator Chesang Alan Kiprotich, Trans Nzoia County. Senator Chute Mohammed Said, Marsabit County.
Yes for all 9.
Senator Ekomwa James Lomenen, Turkana County.
Yes for the all 9.
Senator Haji Abdul Mohamed, Garissa County. Senator Haji Abdul Mohamed, Garissa County. Senator Kajwang Moses Otieno, Homa Bay County.
I vote yes on the 9.
Senator Kamau Joseph Kituku, Lamu County.
No. I vote yes for all 9.
Senator Kaduri Murungi, Meru County.
I vote yes for all the 9 questions.
Senator Keroche Tabitha Karanja, Nakuru County. Senator Boni Kalwale, Kakamega County.
Madam Speaker, I vote yes for all the recommendations by the President.
Senator Kisang William Kipkemoi, Elgeyo Marakwet County.
Madam Speaker, I vote yes for all the 9 clauses.
Senator Lelegwe Stephen Lutumbesi, Samburu County.
Madam Chair, I vote yes for all the recommendations.
Senator Manzo Daniel Kitonga, Makueni County.
I vote no.
Senator
Senator Manzo, are you voting no to all 9?
Yes, I vote no to all 9.
Okay.
Senator Madzayo Stewart Mwachiru, Kilifi County.
Madam Speaker, I vote yes for all the 9.
Senator Mandago Jackson Kiplagat, Uasin Gishu County. Senator Methu John Muhia, Nyandarua County.
Madam Speaker, Kenya, you cannot speak. Madam Speaker, I vote no. I vote yes for all the 9. I vote yes. I vote yes.
So, Senator Medhu, what's your vote?
Madam Speaker, I vote yes for all the 9.
Okay, thank you.
Senator Mogeni Eric Okongo, Nyamira County. Senator Mundigi Alexander Muni, Embu County.
Madam Speaker, I vote yes for all 9 questions.
Senator Mungatana Danson Buya, Tana River County. Senator Murango James Kamau, Kirinyaga County.
Napiga ndio kwa maswali yote 9.
Senator Mudhama Agnes Kavindu, Machakos County. Senator Mwaruma Jones Mwashushe, Taita Taveta County.
I vote yes for all the 9 questions.
Senator Mwenda Gataya Mofaya, Tharaka Nithi County.
Missing is not coming. Yeah, thank you, Madam Speaker. I vote yes for all the 9.
Senator Munyi Haji Mohamed Faki, Mombasa County.
I vote yes for the 9 questions, Madam Speaker.
Senator Nderito John Kinywa, Laikipia County. Senator Nderito John Kinywa, Laikipia County.
For all 9 questions, I vote yes.
Senator Joe Nyutu, Murang'a County.
Murang'a, yes for all the 9 questions.
Yes. Senator Oburu Oginga, Siaya County.
Yeah, votes yes for all the 9.
Senator Tom Odhiambo Ojienda, Kisumu County. Senator Eddie Gisheru Okech, Migori County.
Madam Speaker, I vote yes.
Is a yes for all the questions? Can you clarify? Senator Eddy, clarify whether it's for all the questions.
Madam Speaker, I tie the rope completely on my neck and say yes on all the 9.
Senator Andrew Omtata Okoiti, Busia County.
Yes, on all.
Senator Ledama Olekina, Narok County. Senator Richard Moima Onyonka, Kisii County. Senator Godfrey Atieno Osotsi, Vihiga County.
I vote yes in all cases.
Senator Julius Murgo Recha, West Pokot County.
Pokot votes yes for all 9 questions.
Senator Ali Ibrahim Roba, Mandera County. At the back. The next one.
I vote yes for all the 9.
Senator Lenku Olekanar Seki, Kajiado County.
I vote yes for all 9.
Senator Edwin Watenya Sifuna, Nairobi County. Senator Paul Karungo Dhangwa, Kiambu County.
Napiga ndio kwa zote 9.
Senator Dhangwa, can you be on your feet and vote, please?
Nasema napiga ndio kwa zote 9.
Thank you.
Senator David Wakoli Wafula, Bungoma County.
Mheshimiwa Spika, kwa heshima ya watu wa Bungoma na mamlaka walinipa, Mheshimiwa Spika, napiga ndio kwa hoja zote 9. Asante Mheshimiwa Spika.
Senator Hilary Kiprotich Sigei, wakili, Bomet County.
Madam Speaker, I vote yes in all the 9 clauses.
Senator Wahome wa Matinga, Nyeri County. Senator Eno Kio Ambua, Kitui County.
Madam Speaker, for the 9 clauses, I vote yes.
We are proceeding to the next set of questions. These are 3 questions. We have question 10, and I want to put the questions so we move fast. Question 10, I put the question that the President's recommendation on Clause 30 be approved. I put the question that the question's recommendation on Clause 31 be approved. Question 12, I put the question that the President's recommendation on Clause 35 be approved. Those are 3 questions. Question 10, 11, and 12, respectively on Clause 30, 31, and 35. We are using a voice vote. We have the tellers in place, and we'll proceed with the roll call. And before we proceed to that voice vote, we'll ask the tellers to reconcile what they have, and we will proceed on after that reconciliation of the votes. Votes cast in the first 9 questions. We can now proceed to the next set of questions. Senator Mazayo, resume your seat. Senator Medhu, Senator Karungo, we are proceeding to vote on the set of 3 questions. For purposes of clarity, I will repeat the questions. Question 10, I put the question that the President's recommendation on Clause 30 be approved. Question 11, I put the question that the President's recommendation on Clause 31 be approved. Question 12, I put the question that the President's recommendation on Clause 35 be approved. We are proceeding on now to vote, and I'll request the clerk to take up the roll call.
Senator Abbas Sheikh Mohammed, Wajir County.
Keep quiet. Honourable Speaker, I vote yes.
Senate.
For all the
Can
3.
you clarify?
For all the 3.
Senator Adan Dudlo Fatuma, Isiolo County. Senator Boy Isa Juma, Kwale County.
Madam Speaker, I vote yes for all 3.
Senator Cheragei Samson, Nandi County. Senator, you can come back. Senator Cheriot Aaron Kipkirui, Kericho County.
Yes on all 3.
Senator Chesang Alan Kiprotich, Trans Nzoia County. Senator Chute Mohammed Said, Marsabit County.
Yes on all the 3.
Senator Ekomwa James Lomenen, Turkana County.
Yes for the 3.
Senator Haji Abdul Mohammed, Garissa County. Senator Kajwang Moses Otieno, Homa Bay County.
I vote yes on the 3.
Senator Kamau Joseph Githuku, Lamu County.
I vote yes in all the 3.
Senator Kathuri Murungi, Meru County.
I vote yes on the 3 questions.
Senator Keroche Tabitha Karanja, Nakuru County. Senator Halwale Boni, Kakamega County.
Madam Speaker, I vote yes for all the 3.
Senator Kisang William Kipkemoi, Elgeyo Marakwet County.
Madam Chair, I vote yes for all the 3.
Senator Lelegwe Steve Tumbesi, Samburu County.
Madam Chair, I vote yes for all the 3.
Senator Manzo Daniel Kitonga, Makueni County.
Senator Cherarigei, can you resume your seat? Don't interfere with the teller. That's like an IEBC.
He's gone. Senator Madzayo Stewart Mwachiru, Kilifi County.
Madam Speaker, I vote yes for all.
Senator Mandago Jackson Kiplagat, Uasin Gishu County. Senator Methu John Muhia, Nyandarua County.
Madam Speaker, for all the 3 questions, I vote yes.
Senator Mogeni Eric Okongo, Nyamira County. Senator Mundigi Alexander Munyi, Embu County.
Madam Speaker, I vote yes for all 3 questions.
Senator Mungatana Danson Buya, Tana River County. Senator Murango James Kamau, Kirinyaga County.
Napiga ndio kwa njia zote 3.
Senator Mudhama Agnes Kavindu, Machakos County. Senator Marume Jones Mwashushe, Taita Taveta County.
Thank you. The name is Maruma. I vote yes on all the 3.
Senator Mwenda Gataya Mofaya, Tharaka Nithi County.
I vote yes for the 3.
Senator Mwinyi Haji Mohamed Faki, Mombasa County.
I vote yes for the 3.
Senator Nderito John Kinyua, Laikipia County.
I vote yes for all the 3 questions.
Senator Nyutu Joe, Murang'a County.
Murang'a votes yes for all the 3 questions.
Senator Oginga Oburu, Siaya County.
Madam Chair, I vote yes for all the 3 questions. Thank you.
Senator Ojienda Odhiambo Tom, Kisumu County. Senator Okech Eddie Gisheru, Migori County.
Migori County believes in no conflict of interest. Therefore, Migori County votes yes to all the 3.
Senator Okoiti Andrew Omtata, Busia County.
On all.
It is not clear. Can you just vote properly?
I vote yes on all the 3.
Olekina Ledama, Senator Olekina Ledama, Narok County. Senator Onyonka Richard Momoima, Kisii County. Senator Osotsi Godfrey Atieno, Vihiga County.
I vote yes on all the 3.
Senator Recha Julius Murgo, West Pokot County.
I vote yes for all the 3 points.
Senator Roba Ali Ibrahim, Mandera County.
Madam Speaker, I vote yes on all the 3 amendments.
Senator Seki Lenku Olekanar, Kajiado County.
Madam Speaker, I vote yes for the 3.
Senator Sifuna Edwin Watenya, Nairobi County. Senator Dhangwa Paul Karungo, Kiambu County. Kiambu.
I vote yes on all the 3.
Senator Wafula David Wakoli, Bungoma County. Senator Wakili Hilary Kiprotich Sigei, Bomet County. Oh. Sorry, Senator Wafula David Wakoli, Bungoma County.
Napiga zote raundi 3 ndio, Mheshimiwa Spika.
Senator Wakili Hilary Kiprotich Sigei, Bomet County.
Mike. Madam Chair, I vote yes on all the 3.
Senator Wamatinga Wahome, Nyeri County. Senator Wambua Enokio, Kitui County.
Madam Chair, on the 3 clauses, I vote yes.
Okay. For members who are not here, when the vote was happening and they are back to the House, Senator Chiradige.
Senator Chiragei Samson, Nandi County.
I'm yet to get the mic. Madam Speaker, I vote yes for the 3.
Okay, thank you. So we are going to tally the votes, and then the results will be announced in a little while. And members, I have noted with very serious concern some of the members were voting. 2 members voted while between half standing and half seated. You should maintain the dignity of the House, and the standing orders must be complied with, and it shows the seriousness with which you take your work when you do the right thing. So please, be upstanding when you're addressing the House, about the House. Senator Dan Manzo had taken a short break, a health break, and we can allow him to vote. So you can call him out.
She has allowed me. I vote yes.
Thank you, sir. Now you can go. Tunabadilisha hapana.
Senator Manzo, Senator Manzo, can you concentrate, please? You had not been called out by the clerk when you went in to vote, so I'll ask the clerk to call you out.
Senator Manzo Daniel Kitonga, Makueni County.
I vote yes. On the 3, I vote yes on the 3.
Thank you, Senator Chimera, for assisting him. Honorable Senators, I'm starting to announce the results of the divisions that we have undertaken, and I'll begin with the county government's additional allocations number 2, Bill, Senate Bills number 8 of 2025. On the first division, on the new schedule, the ayes 33, nay 0, abstention 0, the ayes have it. On the clauses with amendments, the ayes 33, nay 0, abstention 0, the ayes have it. On all the clauses, the ayes voted 33, nay 0, abstention 0, the ayes have it. That's the end of the result for the county government's additional allocation number 2 bill, Senate Bills number 8 of 2023. We are moving to the next one. The next bill, the Social Protection Bill, National Assembly Bills number 12 of 2025. These are the results of the division. There was only one question. Ayes 33, nay 0, abstention 0, the ayes have it. And that brings us to the end of that division on the Social Protection Bill, National Assembly Bills number 12 of 2025. We are now moving to the Conflict of Interest Bill, National Assembly Bills number 12 of 2023, and these are the results of the division. For the first set of 9 questions, the ayes 31 votes, nays 1 vote, abstention 1 vote. The ayes have it. On the second set of 3 questions, ayes 33 votes, nay 0, abstention 0, the ayes have it. And that's the end of the division in respect of the Conflict of Interest Bill, National Assembly Bills number 12 of 2023. 25. Okay, that's the end of the results of the division of the Conflict of Interest Bill, National Assembly Bills number 12 of 2023. Thank you. So we are proceeding to the reporting of the bill by the Committee of the Whole. The first bill is the County Government's Additional Allocations number 2 bill, Senate Bills number 8 of 2025. Senator Eddy, you are completely very destructive. The senators cannot even hear whatever you are consulting with Majority Leader. I want to call the mover of this bill, Senator Roba, to proceed and move. Please report.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that the committee do report to the Senate its consideration of the county government additional allocation number 2 bill, Senate Bill number 8 of 2025, and its approval thereof with amendments.
I put the question that the committee do report to the Senate its consideration of the county government's additional allocations number 2 bill, Senate Bills number 8 of 2025, and its approval thereof with amendments. As many as are of that opinion say aye. As many as are of contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Proceeding to the reporting of the bill by the Committee of Whole, the Social Protection Bill, National Assembly Bills number 12 of 2025. and I call upon the mover to report. Senator Sigei, is it? Was it? Who is in social protection? Senator Mulgo. Who is the
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the committee do report to the Senate its consideration of the Social Protection Bill, National Assembly Bill number 12 of 2025, and its approval thereof without amendments.
I put the question that the committee do report to the Senate its consideration of the Social Protection Bill, National Assembly Bills number 12 of 2025, and its approval thereof without amendments. As many as are of that opinion say aye. As many as are of contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Okay, we are moving to the next bill, the conflict of interest bill, National Assembly Bills number 12 of 2023, and I call upon the mover, Chair JLAC, Senator Sigei, to report.
Madam Chair, I beg to move that the committee do report to the Senate its consideration of the President's memoranda on the conflict of interest bill, National Assembly Bills number 12 of 2023, and its approval of the recommendations on clauses 2, 5, 6, 8, 12, 16, 17, 18, 20, 30, 31, and 35 thereof.
Thank you. I put the question that the committee do report to the Senate its consideration of the President's memoranda on the conflict of interest bill, National Assembly Bills number 12 of 2023, and its approval of the recommendations on clauses 2, 5, 6, 8, 12, 16, 17, 18, 20, 30, 31, and 35. As many as are of that opinion say aye. As many as are of contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. We have now concluded the divisions and the reporting, and we are proceeding to the House.
Honorable Senators, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Senators, we are now not on the committee of the whole, but now serious business. You can see the miss is here now. All. Okay, honorable senators, we are reporting on the county government's additional allocations. Number 2 bill, Senate Bills number 8 of 2025. Chairperson.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the House do agree with the committee of the said.
Senator Veronica, I saw you standing.
I was wondering what Senator Robert was doing. I stood and he stood and he was. Honorable Speaker, I beg to report that the Committee of the Whole has considered the county government's additional allocations number 2 bill, Senate Bills number 8 of 2025, and its approval thereof with amendments.
Okay, thank you. Mover.
Okay, Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the House do agree with the committee on the said report and request Senator Wambua to second.
Senator Wambua.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I do second.
Thank you. Senator Kajwang, that business is for maybe after this session. Honorable senators, I propose a question that the House do agree with the committee in the same report. Honorable senators, I put the question that the House do agree with the committee in the same report. As many as of the similar opinion say aye. As those of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Mover.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the county government additional allocation number 2 bill, Senate Bills number 8 of 2025, be now read a third time, and I request Senator Wambua to second.
The Speaker, I do second.
I propose the question that the county government's additional allocations number 2 bill 2025, Senate Bills number 8 of 2025, be now laid at that time. Okay. I put the question that the county government's additional allocations number 2 bill, Senate Bills number 8 of 2025, be now laid at that time. We are now going to the division. Let us report on the other bill, then we can do them together. Chairperson, Committee of the Whole, now let me be clear. Yeah, just report.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to report that the Committee of the Whole has considered the Social Protection Bill, National Assembly Bills number 12 of 2025, and its approval thereof without amendments.
Mover.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the House do agree with the committee on the said report. I request Senator Odiokech to second.
Honorable Speaker, I second.
Honorable Senators, I propose the question that the House do agree with the committee on the same report. I put the question that the House do agree with the committee on the same report. As many as of a similar opinion say aye. No. I didn't hear that vote. I propose the question that the House do agree with the committee in the same report. As many as those of the similar opinion say aye. As those of the contrary opinion say nay, the ayes have it. Mover. Majority.
On Speaker, I beg to move that the Social Protection Bill, National Assembly Bill number 12 of 2025, be now read a third time. I request Senator Osotsi to second.
Senator Osotsi.
Mr. Speaker, I second.
Propose the question that the Social Protection Bill, National Assembly Bill number 12 of 2025, now be read at that time. You know, Honorable Senators, it's better also to be clear on this. You know, the reason I'm posing is that at this point, senators or members can be able to give an input, because we are reading the bill at the end reading. So you pose so that if there is any senator who wants to put an input, you can be able to say something at this point. But now that you have nothing to say, I put the question that the Social Protection Bill, National Assembly Bills number 12 of 2025, be now read at that time. Honorable Senators, we are now reporting on the Conflict of Interest Bill, National Assembly Bills number 12 of 2023. Chairperson, Committee of the Whole.
Honorable Speaker, can I be heard in silence? Please protect
Honorable
me.
Senator Chalgay.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to report that the Committee of the Whole has considered the President's memoranda on the Conflict of Interest Bill, National Assembly Bills number 12 of 2023, and approved of the recommendations on clauses 2, 5, 6, 8, 12, 16, 17, 18, 20, 20, 30, 31, and 35.
Mover, let's have the mover.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the House do agree with the committee in the said report, and I request Senator Olekina to second.
Olekina has just come in. Does he know what you are? Senator Olekina, he's lost.
With all respect, because of my colleague, I second, but I don't know what I'm seconding.
Senator Sige, get someone else to second your.
Mr. Speaker, I request Senator Eddy to second this.
Mr. Speaker, I second.
Honorable Senators, I propose the question that the House do agree with the committee on the same report. I put the question that the House do agree with the committee on the same report. As many as of the similar opinion say aye. As those of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. So, Honorable Senators, this is different with the other one, Senator Boni Karwale. This bill is not going to the land reading. So I want to communicate way forward on this bill. So, Honorable Senators, having considered the President's memoranda on the Conflict of Interest Bill, National Assembly Bills number 12 of 2023, and approved the recommendations on all the questions, there will be no question on that reading. A message on the decision of the Senate will be communicated to the National Assembly. I thank you. Let's go to the divisions. We start with the first one. The County Governments and Additional Allocations, number 2 bill, Senate Bills number 8 of 2025. Division. Just alert members who are outside 2 minutes. Ring the bell for 2 minutes. Call on bell for 2 minutes. Sergeant at arms, close the door and roll the bus. Yes. If that is done on this one, these bills, we are voting electronically. Sergeant at arms, nobody should leave the chamber after the door, the bar is drawn. Whether you are voting as a delegation or a nominated senator, you shouldn't be in the house. So let's go to division. Can you remove your cards first and log in? Yeah, I'm waiting for the technical team to bring the vote on. Proceed and vote. So, honorable senators, I want to give the House some guidance. Since the system is not working and we had 3 divisions to do, therefore, the 2 are clear, but the third one which we were to consider this afternoon, we must call out the order first, and then I'll put the question. Order number 13.
Order number 13, motion, consideration of the report of the Mediation Committee on the Gambling Control Bill, National Assembly Bills number 70 of 2023, resumption of debate division.
I want to put the question.
Just focus on that.
Honorable senators, and earlier guided, we will do the 3 divisions simultaneously. Therefore, since I put a question on the first 2, now I put the question on order number 13, which is a consideration of the report of the Mediation Committee on the Gambling Control Bill, National Assembly Bills number 7 of 2023. Honorable Senators, I put the question that the Senate adopts the report of the Mediation Committee on the Gambling Control Bill, National Assembly Bills number 70 of 2025, laid on the table of the Senate on Wednesday, 16 July 2025, and that pursuant to Article 113(2) of the Constitution, and standing under Article 67(3) of the Senate, approves the mediated version of the bill. So we are doing manual voting. Honorable Senators. Senator Mons, you know I don't take instructions from when I'm here. I'm waiting for confirmation from Mr. Daniel. The system is back. We start now with the county government's additional allocations, number 2, Senate Bills number 8 of 2025. Proceed and vote, Honorable Senators. Can you log out first? Log in. Proceed and vote. Now vote. You can vote. Senator Mwenda Kataya. Alep. Let's go to the next division. Honorable Senators, you can vote on the Social Protection Bill, National Assembly Bills number 12 of 2025. Senator Chalagay. Senator Wambua. Senator Chute. I put the question. Huh? Let's go to the next division. Honorable Senators, kindly be attentive so that all of you can vote at one go to save on time. Go back to your seat and vote. Senator Chalgay, what's up? Senator Chalgay, you did not vote. Can you either vote yes, no, or abstain? Honorable Senators, Honor Senators. Senators on Honor. Senator Modigi, Senator Chalgay. I want to give you results of your handiwork. We are starting with the Counting Governments and National Allocations, number 2, Senate Bills number 8 of 2025. Results as follows. Ayes 32, 33, nays 0, abstention nil. The ayes have it.
A bill for an act of parliament to provide for the additional allocations to county governments for the financial year 2025-2026, the responsibility of national government and county government with respect to such allocation and for connected purposes.
Results for the Social Protection Bill, National Assembly Bills number 12 of 2025. Results as follows. Ayes 33, nays 0, abstention nil. The ayes have it.
A bill for an act of parliament to provide a framework for the administration of non-contributory social protection interventions to establish the National Board for Social Protection and for connected purposes.
The results of the last one, which is the Senate adopts the report of the Mediation Committee on the Gambling Control Bill, National Assembly Bills number 7 of 2025, laid on the table of the Senate on Wednesday, 16th July 2025. And that pursuant to Article 113(2) of the Constitution, And standing order 167.3 of the Senate approves the mediated version of the bill. The results as follows: ayes 30, nays 3, abstention 0. The ayes have it. Sergeant at arms, now open the doors and withdraw the bars. Senator Mtata, can you give your notice of motion?
May I have the mic? Mr. Speaker, sir, I write to give a notice of motion on provision of IFMIS reports for county governments to the Senate. Mr. Speaker, sir, I beg to give notice of the following motion, that aware that Article 96 of the Constitution provides that the Senate represents the counties and serves to protect their interests, determines the allocation of natural revenue among counties as provided in Article 217, and exercises oversight over national revenue allocated to the county governments. Further aware that in the case of the Senate, the Council of Governors, and 6 others, petition number 24 and 27 of 20 consolidated 2022 KEC number 57 KELR, the Supreme Court affirmed that the Senate's oversight authority extends to both nationally allocated and locally generated revenue. Concerned that senators are constrained by lack of access to real-time data from the IFMI system for the respective counties, for the respective counties they represent, thus affecting effective oversight of county governments. Further concerned that, in some instances, data and information presented to the Senate by the Auditor General and the control of budget are received and considered late as a result of the backlog, resulting into too much information not getting properly reviewed by the senators. Noting that as a result of the unchecked financial information and systems, county governments have continued to accumulate pending bills resulting from unplanned expenditures, unaccounted for and inflated cost of projects. Now, therefore, the Senate resolves that the Cabinet Secretary in charge of the National Treasury shall on a monthly basis forward to the Clerk of the Senate all IFMIS transactions and reports for each county government for onward transmission to the respective senator for information on accountability and transparency in order to strengthen their constitutional oversight and promote good governance in the management of public finances. Presented by Senator Andrew Mtato Koiti MP. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Senator Okio Mtata. Honorable Senators, we go back now to order number 7, questions and statements. We start with the statements and standing under 53.1. Senator Sifuna is not allowed. That statement is deferred. Senator John Kenywa.
Request for a statement on the deaths of Julia Njoki and Thomas Gashwara during and after Sabasaba demonstration in Nanyuki, Laikipia County. Mr. Speaker, sir, I raise person to Standing Order 53.1 to seek a statement from the Standing Committee on National Security, Defense and Foreign Relations on a matter of national concern regarding the deaths of Mr. Thomas Gashwara and Ms. Julia Njoki during and after the Sabasaba demonstrations on 7th July 2025 in Anyuki, Laikipia County. Mr. Speaker, sir, Julia Njoki, a 24-year-old, was arrested during the Sabasaba demonstrations in Anyuki on 7th July 2025. After being charged in court the following day, she was granted a cash bail of Kenya shilling 25,000, which she couldn't afford, leading to her remand in Anyuki prisons. On 9th July, her family was informed that she had collapsed in custody and was taken to Nanyuki Teaching and Referral Hospital with severe injuries. She later died with preliminary medical reports pointing to blunt force trauma, raising serious concern about her treatment while in state custody. Mr. Speaker, sir, further intensifying public concern was fatal shooting by the police of Thomas Gashwara, a Form 3 student, also in Anyuki on the same day of the protests. These incidents highlighted a worrying trend of the use of excessive force by law enforcement agencies during demonstrations and exposed critical failures in protecting detainees' rights and ensuring police accountability. In the statement, the committee should address the following. 1, an account by the Inspector General of Police and the Commissioner General of Prisons on the circumstances surrounding the arrest, detention, and death of Ms. Julia Njoki, as well as the fatal shooting of Mr. Thomas Gashwara, including the operational decisions taken during the Sabasaba protests and the disciplinary measures taken against the officers involved. 2, the extent of violation of rights of demonstrators generally as well as persons arrested and or detained during the protests, and the rigor or disciplinary action taken against the culpable police officers. 3, whether the Independent Policing Oversight Authority, IPOA, has initiated investigation into police operations during the Sabasaba protests, specifically the killing of innocent Kenyans and the use of brutal force against unarmed protesters, to ensure that those responsible are held accountable. 4, recommendation for reforms to ensure transparency, accountability, and respect of human rights in crowd control and detention procedures, including whether enforcement officers receive sufficient training on lawful conduct and ethical standards in line with their duties, and the system in place to hold them accountable for misconduct. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Abbas, Sheikh Mohammed.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I rise pursuant to Standing Order 53.1 to seek a statement from the Standing Committee on Finance and Budget on a matter of county-wide concerns regarding the utilization of climate financing and development grants by Wajir County in the energy, environment, and natural resource sector during the financial year of 2023-24, 24-25. Honorable Speaker, it is noteworthy that Wajir County receives substantial climate-related funds, including an allocation from the Climate Change Adaptation Fund, which constitutes 2% of the county annual development budget. In addition, the county benefits from the external grants, notably the financing locally led climate action program, that is FLOCA. Despite the presence of these resources, questions abound regarding the transparency, equity, and effectiveness of the implementation of at the ward levels. In light of this, I request that the committee address the following. 1, utilization of the capital grants and transfers by Wajir County, including source of funding, total amount received, funded projects, their locations and wards and current implementation status. 2, provide a list of infrastructure and civil works projects implemented by the county, including project names, locations, and progress updates. 3, a ward-by-ward breakdown of projects financed through the Climate Change Adaptation Fund, including the project names, amounts allocated, and implementation status. 4, a list of the FLOCA-funded projects, specifying the names, locations, amounts, and the list of beneficiary categories by the wards. I submit to the Honourable Speaker.
Senator Azina, the Malay.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this is a request for a statement on the status of medical equipment at Baragoi Sub-County Hospital in Samburu County. Mr. Speaker, sir, I rise pursuant to Standing Order 53-1 to seek a statement from the Standing Committee on Health on a matter of county-wide concern regarding the status of critical medical equipment at Baragoi Sub-County Hospital in Samburu County. Mr. Speaker, sir, Baragoi Sub-County Hospital serves a vast population in the northern part of Samburu County in the northern constituency, including remote and underserved communities. The hospital continues to face major challenges in the delivery of essential health services due to lack of functional equipment. The anesthesia and X-ray machines have been out of service for an extended period despite repeated requests for repair, forcing patients to seek radiological services in the distant Maralal. The hospital also lacks a CT scan and a full hemogram machine, both essential for accurate diagnosis, surgical procedures, and maternal care. In the statement, the committee should address the following. 1, reasons behind the delay in servicing and repairing the anesthesia and X-ray machines, and establish who is responsible for this prolonged inaction. 2, plans by the county and national governments to equip Baragoi Sub-County Hospital with a CT scan machine. 3rd, the expected timelines for the procurement of a hemogram machine to improve the hospital's surgical and diagnostic capacity. 4th, the interventions to ensure the hospital operates at full capacity and can adequately safeguard the health and well-being of residents in the Samburu North Sub-County and the county at large. Senator Ezena Lemalitian, dated 17th of July 2025. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Murango.
Asante sana Mstahiki Spika. Mstahiki Spika, niko na taarifa 3 ambazo ningependa kusoma. Moja imeorodheshwa katika order ya leo katika mbuga la Seneti na ningeomba kusoma mtawalia. Taarifa kuhusu hali mbaya ya gereza la wanawake la Lang'ata na maslahi ya
Sorry, Senator Murango, just approach the table.
Asante sana Mstahiki Spika. Nitazisoma mtawalia. Mstahiki Spika. Taarifa kuhusu hali mbaya ya gereza la wanawake la Lang'ata na maslahi ya maafisa wa magereza. Mstahiki Spika, nimesimama kwa mujibu wa kanuni ya kudumu 43(1) ya kanuni za kudumu za Seneti kuomba kauli kuhusu swala la kitaifa kutoka kwa kamati ya leba na ustawi wa jamii kuhusu hali mbaya ya gereza la wanawake la Lang'ata na changamoto zinazokumba maafisa wa magereza katika utekelezaji wa majukumu yao. Mstahiki Spika, gereza la wanawake la Lang'ata ni miongoni mwa magereza makubwa nchini na machache ambamo wahalifu wa kike wanaofungwa. Kwa masikitiko makubwa, gereza hili halina ua rasmi, jambo linalotishia usalama wa wafungwa. Kando na hilo, visa vya ukatili na dhuluma za kijinsia dhidi ya watoto wanaoishi gerezani vimeripotiwa na kuibua wasiwasi. Aidha, kituo cha elimu ya utotoni ECD kinachohudumia watoto wafungwa katika gereza hilo na maafisa wa magereza na jamii jirani kimeachwa nje ya mpango wa lishe wa serikali ya kaunti ya Nairobi. Vile vile kituo cha afya cha daraja la 3 kilicho ndani ya gereza hilo kinakabiliwa na uhaba wa madawa na wahudumu, hali inayotishia afya ya wafungwa, watoto na maafisa. Licha ya kuchimbwa kwa kisima na mamlaka ya TARDA, kisima hicho akifaidi jamii ya gereza hilo kutokana na ukosefu wa vifaa vya kusukuma na kusambaza maji. Katika kauli hiyo, kamati inapaswa kuelezea yafuatayo. Moja, iwapo serikali imefanya ukaguzi wa kina na miundombinu ya gereza hilo, ikiwemo uwezekano wa kulizingira gereza hilo kwa ua dhabiti ili kuhakikisha wafungwa, wafanyikazi wa gereza hilo na familia zao usalama. Mbili, hatua za kuboresha mazingira ya kazi, marupurupu makazi na maslahi ya maafisa wa magereza kama vile huduma za afya, na iwapo kuna mipango ya kuboresha makazi ya maafisa wa magereza ikiwemo kuwajumuisha kwenye mpango wa serikali wa makazi bora ya bei nafuu. Tatu, kwa nini kituo cha elimu ya utotoni cha gereza la Lang'ata kimeachwa nje ya mpango wa lishe wa serikali ya kaunti, na hatua gani zinazochukuliwa kurekebisha hali hiyo pamoja na kukabili dhuluma za kijinsia na za kigono dhidi ya watoto katika gereza hilo. Na mwisho, sababu za kutokamilishwa kwa kisima kilichochimbwa na TARDA ili kuhakikisha wafungwa na jamii ya gereza hilo maji masafi ya kutosha. Ya pili, Mstahiki Spika.
Order, Senator. Just hold on, Senator Madzayo. You are a seasoned member of the House. You cannot walk across the aisle the way you did. Please comply.
Asante sana
Proceed, Senator.
Mstahiki Spika. Taarifa hiyo ingine ni kuhusu visa za ukatili wa maafisa kadhaa wa polisi kutoka kikosi cha GSU katika kaunti ya Kirinyaga. Mstahiki Spika, anasimama kwa mujibu wa kanuni ya kudumu 53(1) ya kanuni za kudumu za Seneti kuomba kauli kutoka kwa kamati ya usalama wa taifa, ulinzi na uhusiano wa kimataifa kuhusu visa vya ukatili na maafisa kadhaa wa polisi kutoka kikosi cha GSU katika kaunti ya Kirinyaga. Mstahiki Spika, katika kipindi cha hivi karibuni kikosi cha GSU kimekuwa kikiwakabili kwa nguvu kupita kiasi wakazi wa maeneo ya Kutus, Ngurumani na Gachai katika kaunti ya Kirinyaga. Wakazi wa kijiji wa Gachai wamelalamika kuwa maafisa hawa walivamia nyumba kadhaa usiku wa Julai 11 mwaka 2025, wakawapiga raia wasio na hatia na hata kuwalazimu wanawake kuvua nguo zao. Wakazi wa maeneo ya Ngurubani na Kutus pia wameshuhudia ukatili, kukamatwa kiolela na vitisho katika siku za hivi karibuni. Matendo haya yanadhoofisha imani ya wananchi kwa vyombo vya usalama na ni kinyume na kifungu cha 28, 29, 244 vya katiba ya Kenya vinavyobainisha haki ya kibinadamu na majukumu ya idara ya polisi. Mstahiki Spika, katika kauli hiyo kamati zingatia fuatayo. Moja, sababu zilizopeleka maafisa hao wa kikosi GSU kutumia nguvu kupita kiasi dhidi ya wakazi wa maeneo ya Kutus, Ngurubani na Gashai katika kaunti ya Kirinyaga. 2, hatua zinazochukuliwa kuwachunguza na kuwajibisha maafisa waliohusika katika visa hivyo. 3, hatua zinazochukuliwa kuzuia kurudiwa kwa visa kama hivyo na kuhakikisha wakazi wa kaunti ya Kirinyaga kuheshimiwa kwa haki zao za kikatiba, hasa na maafisa wa polisi wanaotumikia katika kikosi maalum cha idara ya GSU. Na ya mwisho, Mstahiki Spika, ukiruhusu, ni kwamba imeandikwa kwa lugha ya Kiloezi, kwa hivyo nitaisoma ilivyo. Mstahiki Spika. Statement on the state of early childhood development education in Kirinyaga County. Mr. Speaker, I rise pursuant to Standing Order 53.1 to seek a statement from the Standing Committee on Education on a matter of county-wide concern regarding the state of early childhood development education in the county government of Kirinyaga. Mr. Speaker, this follows numerous complaints about the deteriorating state of ECD in the county, as well as lack of conducive learning and teaching environment for both learners and teachers. In the statement, the committee should address the following. 1, the number of ECDE centers in Kirinyaga County, including the number of permanent and semi-permanent classrooms, as well as existing classrooms shortage. 2, status of implementation of ECD teacher scheme of service by the county government of Kirinyaga. 3, the current teacher-to-pupil issue and whether there is a shortage of ECD-E teachers. And 4, the measures taken by the county government of Kirinyaga to ensure all ECD-E teachers are employed permanently, receive their salaries on time, and are promoting following due process. Signed by Senator Kamau Morango on 16th of July 2025. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Senator Morango. I will allow lastly Senator Madzayo to read his statement, which had also been approved by the Speaker.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise pursuant to Standing Order 53.1 to request for a statement from the Standing Committee on National Security, Defense, and Foreign Relations regarding the resurgence of a cult-like activity in Binzaro village of Chakama in Shakahola, Kilifi County, nearly 2 years after the massacre. Mr. Speaker, sir, in the statement, the committee should investigate the circumstances that led to the mysterious death of at least 3 individuals in a suspected case of religious radicalization in the Binzaro village of Chakama, close to Shakahola in Kilifi County. Number 2, find out why there was colossal failure by the government to protect the survivors of the Shakahola massacre from regrouping and continuing indoctrination in Binzaro village, which is a few kilometers from Shakahola. Number 3, disclose a detailed breakdown of the total number of the survivors of the Shakahola massacre, including minors, and the steps taken to rehabilitate, reintegrate, and support them to prevent them from regrouping. Number 4, provide the current status of the criminal investigations and legal proceedings against individuals implicated in the Shakahola tragedy to deter the religious extremist leaders from indoctrining the public or the citizens of Kilifi County. Number 5, provide the timeline for releasing of the Shakahola victims' bodies to their families along with the cause of the delays. Mr. Speaker, finally, the committee should recommend the long-term measures the Ministry of Interior and coordination of national government should take to protect the communities from religious exploitation, particularly in the remote parts of Shakahola and the vulnerable areas. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Now, honorable members, I will allow members to comment on the statements which have been read out, but the timeline will be limited to 20 minutes, starting now. So when you get an opportunity, kindly be mindful of the rest of the colleagues who desires to comment on the statements. Senator Mogeni Eric Okongo.
Mr. Speaker, sir, thank you. Mr. Speaker, I wanted to make a comment on the statement that was read by a senator for Laikipia Kinywa. Mr. Speaker, we are all concerned as Kenyans, the number of youthful Kenyans, more so students in our polytechnics and in our universities who have lost their lives. Last week, Mr. Speaker, sir, in Nyamira, we were burying a student who was shot by a police officer at Ekerubogietai Polytechnic, Mr. Speaker. And because I believe, because of the declarations or the kind of signals that our CS Interior sent, Mr. Speaker, nobody from the police station that was involved in that murder has either recorded a statement or been arrested as part of investigations. Mr. Speaker, a country that does not care about its future generation is doomed, Mr. Speaker. And Mr. Speaker, if we are good students of history, we should learn from what is happening in other parts of the world. In Bangladesh, Mr. Speaker, where, if you remember, in 2024, there was a mass massacre of university students. About 1,500 students lost their lives. As we speak, Mr. Speaker, the former Prime Minister, Sheikh Hasina, and the Home Cabinet Secretary, equivalent of our own Minister for Interior, and the Inspector General of Police are facing a tribunal for crimes against humanity, for genocide against innocent students. Mr. Speaker, we don't support people who are out to destroy anybody's property. We were students at the University of Nairobi. We were involved in demonstrations. Once in a while, you could get one or two people in the group who could stone vehicles. And we used to reprimand them. But the police never responded by shooting dead our colleagues. We were there with Kabando Akabando. We were there with Moses Kuria. We were there with Honorable Munya. We were there with Senator Mungatana. And in the entire 3 years we were at the University of Nairobi, not one single university student was shot dead by police officers. But now it's becoming like it's the norm, Mr. Speaker. We have lost close to 10 students from our higher learning institutions. We cannot allow this to continue, Mr. Speaker. Anybody who breaks the law in a country that respects the rule of law, Mr. Speaker, such a person should be arrested and arraigned in a court of law. Then he can either be proved guilty and is convicted and he goes to jail, or if he is free, he's acquitted. But we cannot say that our police officers should be trigger happy, they should shoot to kill. Mr. Speaker, that is a recipe for chaos. And I want to tell those who are making these pronouncements, there is no limitation in criminal liability, Mr. Speaker. I've told you what has happened in other jurisdictions like Bangladesh. Watch your mouths. Tomorrow you will find yourself arraigned in courts, Mr. Speaker. Our constitution is very clear. It says, if you are a president, you enjoy immunity while in office. When you leave, anything can happen. In South Korea, in successive regimes, Mr. Speaker, 4 former presidents have been charged in court. 2 of them convicted, pardoned after serving 4 years in jail. So I want to appeal to our leaders, beginning from the president, to the cabinet secretary, to the IG, promote the culture of arresting criminals, not shooting to kill, Mr. Speaker. Not even saying shoot them in the legs. There is no law in this country, Mr. Speaker, that allows anybody to give an order to shoot people in the leg, Mr. Speaker. That should never be allowed. So I support this statement, Mr. Speaker, and urge progressive civil societies, including the Law Society, document these criminal pronouncements from our leaders. When the right time comes, they can be charged either through private prosecution or through our state institutions, Mr. Speaker. I support, but I'm a very, very disappointed Kenyans with our leaders, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Senator Morgan. Honorable members, I had directed that based on the number of senators who wish to comment on these statements, the available timeline will be shared. So the next senator will allow, kindly take 4 minutes so that the rest of the requests can also be reached within the timeline I gave. And Senator Karen Nyamo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to thank Honorable Senator Murango of Kirinyaga for bringing this statement on Langata Women's Prison, which is an issue that has been swept under the rug for some time. Mr. Speaker, the conditions in Langata Women's Prison are not only alarming, but are also an abuse of human rights. They are also a direct contravention of Article 51 of our Constitution, which guarantees the rights and the conditions in prisons, Mr. Speaker. I happen to have spent a night at the remand prison of Langata Women's, one night, but luckily I was set free the following day. But I had the privilege of walking around and seeing the conditions that Senator Murango is talking about. And as someone who had reported that day, I was put in a small cell, very tiny mattress. I could hardly get sleep. And I think some of these experiences that God makes us go through are important because He knows that on your journey ahead, you are going to be tasked with representing such people in such facilities. The women, especially who are, some of them are pregnant, some of them have infants. The diet is not balanced. The conditions, no special conditions for the vulnerable populations in prisons. It is dark, not lit. Either you sleep on the floor or very thin mattresses, Mr. Speaker. And it is time that we decongest Langata Women Prison. It is time that we think about the conditions of the women in our prisons, Mr. Speaker. It is a big shame that we have ignored this very key area of our justice system, because it does not mean that just because they are awaiting trial or some of them have already been sentenced, na wanakaba, you know? I doubt if any of you here know what to kaba is. I kabared.
Senator Karen, be mindful of the language that you're using. Comply with the standing orders of the House.
I don't think there's another word for that. I think when a language has only, when there's no other language to give, okay, I think squatting, when you're being counted, that's what I mean. You squat, you know, they don't count you as you stand. You have to squat, then they count you. But that's prison language. It's called, yeah. But the point is, Senator Murango, I don't know how you came to learn about this. Either you have a relative in prison, or I don't know how you came, because, or a girlfriend, because this is very timely, and I support and I urge the committee, the relevant committee, to come up with sound reforms to have our women live in decent conditions as they serve their term. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Olekina Ledama.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, very briefly, I want to comment on a very, very disturbing statement brought by the good senator from Kirinyaga County in terms of the conditions of our prisons, and particularly prisons with young children. Those kids did not commit any crime to be incarcerated with their parents. So it's about time that we think seriously as a country to figure out how do we adapt with the current changes in the world. It is like if I stand here today and I tell my little child not to use AI, I would be thinking like a 19th century person instead of the 21st century. So it's about time that we try to teach our children how to use AI to be able to better them. Now, Mr. Speaker, countries like the United States of America, countries like the UK, countries like Australia and New Zealand. In fact, Australia and New Zealand have experimented on having private prisons that are run by private companies. In the UK, a company like G4S, which is a company which is based here in Kenya also, a security company, has managed, some private prisons. So it's about time for us to really be realistic and become AI, thinking individuals or 21st century legislators, and advocate for the privatization of institutions, these penitentiaries that have got children in them. And of course, there are pros and cons. One, people might say because they are profit-driven, those managing these prisons would probably try to come up with cost-saving measures to be able to earn more profit. But we have to look at it also in a way that government will be able to oversight them. It is wrong for us to punish our children. When you hear that Langata Women Prison, the kids are being raped, who are there. Education facilities, which is guaranteed by a constitution for every child in this country, those kids are not getting those services. It worries us. So, Mr. Speaker, this statement should be taken seriously. And it's about time that we start thinking outside the box. Let us experiment with the privatization of these penitentiaries, of these prisons. Once we do that, the ones with children, we can privatize them. Pay them the money. You might actually find that the government will spend less money. I know a lot of people might worry that, prison officers will lose jobs. No. People can be able to find a way to work, and we privatize them. We have so much land in this country. We have areas that are deserts. We can go build a prison there and privatize it and then fund it. Mr. Speaker, finally, and I would like to request that you urge me just 30 seconds on this matter. This issue of the massacre in Kilifi County, it is devastating, Mr. Speaker. That when you go to Malindi, you'll find a container with over 500 bodies inside. Why not resolve this matter once and for all? Sometimes we do things that really leave some of us wondering whether we really, our medulla oblongata is functioning. I think it's about time that the government takes this matter seriously. Whatever can be done in Malindi, so that we take care of the health of even the people who get sick and are admitted in the hospitals. If a morgue is stinking as hell because of, maybe our criminal justice system is dragging its feet to be able to resolve this matter, why not find a way of disposing?
Senator Samson Cherargei.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. From the onset, I want to agree on the issue of prisons. having been a serial guest in a number of prison cells, and as you represented me at some point. So, Speaker, I think by the time I was the whip as the chair JLAC, we had a report of reforms in postal institutions. And one of our recommendations was privatizations of prisons within the country, and also to avoid punishing the children that are born in prisons. Because it's very unfortunate, it undermines Article 53 of the Constitution on the child rights, and they say child best interest. So, Mr. Speaker, since you are the chair of JLAC, can you ensure you wind up on the report on postal institutions? And there is many land that these prisons are. I'm happy today, Mr. Speaker, I've seen Langata Cemetery is being expanded to come part of the committee land, among other lands, which it means we must be innovative. Secondly, Mr. Speaker, is on the issue of Kianjai. The attack in Kianjai of Kirinyaga, it's very unfortunate. Mr. Speaker, we are aware. It is not right, Mr. Speaker, that the J should travel all the way from Nairobi to go and terrorize people of Kianjai village because of business differences. And the people that are using police or GSU, Mr. Speaker, the next GSU camp that is in Mount Kenya is in Laikipia. How can they drive all the way to Kirinyaga to terrorize using GSU, Mr. Speaker? I think this issue of business, I want to appeal to the committee to look this issue of business library that we see in Kirinyaga so that the people of Kianjai village do not suffer, Mr. Speaker. On the issue of Sabasaba, Mr. Speaker, while we empathize and sympathize with what happened because of Sabasaba demos, the organizers, the planners, the executioners, Mr. Speaker, they must be punished with anti-terrorism laws, Mr. Speaker. Because that's economic sabotage. That is a way of sabotaging the government, Mr. Speaker. When you even ban a police booth, you are a local terrorist and you must be handled as such, Mr. Speaker. While we appeal for the IPO and the government to rein on the issue of police brutality and also extrajudicial killings, any person found, Mr. Speaker, to have violated, Mr. Speaker, Article 37 is very clear, it's peace and unarmed. But what we have been seeing in Sabasaba, Mr. Speaker, was criminals and goons, but Mr. Speaker, attacking, looting businesses, burning police stations, burning everything, Mr. Speaker, therefore, and blocking roads. They must be dealt as local domestic terrorists. Mr. Speaker, I join my majority leader, Senator retired Stewart Masayo. On the issue of Shakahola, I was shocked, Mr. Speaker, yesterday evening to watch that the Shakahola massacre season 2. Yet the bodies of the previous Shakahola victims have never been released to their families, Mr. Speaker. I want to appeal to the government, let us put closure to this issue of Shakahola. The people of Kilifi. Mr. Speaker, my heart as a parent, I was at pain because we were being told the bodies of children were being retrieved in shallow graves, Mr. Speaker. This matter should capture the imagination and attention of the nation, Mr. Speaker. Any person, we have never seen the seriousness of prosecuting and persecuting individuals who persecuted this Shakahola massacre, Mr. Speaker. I sympathize and empathize with the great people of Kilifi, and I want to assure them through the Senate Minority Leader that we are together and will pursue justice. They say the arc of moral universe is long, but it always bends to justice. Mr. Speaker, I submit.
Lastly, Senator Murango James.
Asante sana Mr. Speaker, ningependa kuchangia hoja ambayo ililetwa na Senator wa Laikipia. Mr. Speaker, nimesema kwamba hapo awali kwamba ni vizuri kutofautisha maneno, kwamba kama mimi kwa muda wiki moja nimekuwa nikienda kuzika vijana wadogo waliouliwa wakiwa na chini ya miaka 21. Wengi wao ambao waliuliwa katika maeneo ya Kirinyaga. Moja tu ndo waliuliwa Githurai 44 na hawakuwa katika maandamano yalikuweko. Tumesema ni wazi kwamba kuna wale ambao wakora ambao wamekuwa wakiharibu mali ya umma. Tunakubaliana nafaa kuadhibiwa. Lakini pia wale waliouliwa wenye walipatikana na hawakuwa na makosa, pia nadhani wanafaa kupewa ridhaa, Mr. Speaker. Kisa sa msichana ambaye alikufa akiwa katika jela ama akiwa ameshikwa na polisi. Hiyo ni kisa ambao tulisema wakati tulikuwa tunaongelea maneno ya Ojwang ambaye kurudiwa, Mr. Speaker. Kwa sababu ameshikwa na nasikia kwamba alikuwa mtoto wa chifu katika eneo hilo. Halafu anapelekwa ndani katika kituo cha polisi, halafu anatoka akiwa ameaga. Hiyo hatuwezi kuunga mkono. Nimesikia viongozi wakisema mambo mingi, Mr. Speaker. Nimesikia wengine wakisema hata watu sijui wapigwe risasi sijui wafanye nini. Mr. Speaker, wakati tumekuwa tukitembea katika nchi wakati wa kura, zote tulikuwa tunaongea katika lugha moja. Lakini nimekuja kujua binadamu ni kama mihogo. Maganda yanafanana lakini ladha ni tofauti kabisa. Kwa sababu inapofika mahali ambao tunafaa kuongelea maneno ambayo tunajua ni dhuluma na hujuma, tunakuja kidogo tunakwepa kuongea hilo. Kwa sababu tunafaa tukae kama Wakenya na tuongee mambo yote. Mr. Speaker, siku hizi katika uongozi nimekujua kwamba sio kila kikombe ni cha chai. Sio kila tabasamu lina maana jema. Siku hizi hata sumu inakuja ikiwa na harufu ya maua. Na ndio unaona leo tunapoongea mazuri ambayo inafaa ifanywe na kuongea waziwazi kwa wale mambo ambayo inafanywa, wengine tutakuwa mbaya. Lakini Mr. Speaker, mimi kuna kitu nilisema. Baada ya wiki moja inzi lazima akufe. Lakini kama inzi lazima akufe, afadhali kukufia kwa nyama kuliko kufia kwa choo. Kwa hivyo ni vizuri kuwa katika kumbukumbu na kukaa ukiongea maneno ambayo unajua kwa kweli inalingana na katiba na watu wako katika upande wako. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, hii maneno tunaongea kila mtu anaelewa. Kwa sababu tumekuwa katika hii Kenya. Sio lazima uonje bahari nzima ndio unjue iko na chumvi. Tunajua kuna wale wakora waliharibu mali, kuna watoto walikufa ambao hawakuwa na hatia, na tunajua wale tunafaa kuwafidhia ama tunafaa kuwafanyia namna gani. Mr. Speaker, lakini tusiwe watu wa kuongea maneno yasiyo maana, kwa sababu wakati mwingine tunaonekana kama tujui tunafanya. Na ukumbuke kwamba unaweza kuwa kiongozi, lakini unajua nyani ni nyani. Hata akivaa suti ni nyani kwa mwenye alimshonea suti. Kwa hivyo ukichaguliwa na mwenendo yako ni mbaya na unaongea mambo yafanya, utaonekana hivyo. Na niwakumbushe ya kwamba Mungu ako na kawaida ya kuinua watu ambao hawana lolote kwa yeyote mbele ya watu ambao hawaamini chochote, kwa sababu Mungu ni wa sisi sote. Wakati utafika. Kwa hivyo ni vizuri tuzingatie, tuongee, tusaidie wale wanaoumia, tuchunge maneno tusiumize wale ambao wanazikana, kwa sababu hii mauti itatukumba sisi zote. Hata mimi najua kuna msonomari amba kuna mti fulani unakuwa mahali wa kutengeneza jeneza langu. Sote tunafaa tujue hivyo. Sisi wote ni watarajiwa katika.
That sums up the comments on the statements, honorable senators, and in order to conclude on the business of the House, I'll rearrange the order paper and call out order number 20. Clerk, call out order number 20.
Order number 20, the Technopolis Bill, National Assembly Bill number 6 of 2024, resumption of debate.
When the House last rose, Senator Osotsi was on the floor, and you have got 7 minutes to conclude on seconding this particular bill. Senator Osotsi, proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I think I stopped at the point where I was saying that there are some provisions in this bill which are quite unique. They are not consistent with the international norms on technopolis. And I said, for example, the definition of the technopolis, particularly Konza technopolis, whose definition is defined as just a number of hectares. That is not proper, that is not progressive, and that is very limiting. Because, Mr. Speaker, we know of technopolis across the world. We know of Silicon Valley, we know of Silicon Forest, we know of Gurugram in India. All these are not limited by the number of hectares where they sit. They are limited by ideas, not the amount of space they sit on. So we'll be starting on a wrong foot as a country if we try to limit technopolis based on geographical sites that they occupy. So I think it will be very important to amend so that we do not set a wrong precedent on that. I also was concerned about the functions of the authority, where the authority has been given the function to allocate land. Mr. Speaker, that can't be the function of the authority. We have institutions which do that in this country. we have the National Land Commission, we have the Ministry of Land. Can they be allowed to do that? Because we have started hearing concerns that some unscrupulous land operators have already descended in Konza City and they are buying land in preparation for all this. Mr. Speaker, I also wanted to say that this bill has also to be looked at into the 7 elements of our technopolis. It has only captured government and large companies. Mr. Speaker, for us to have a proper technopolis, we need to have a university. All technopolis across the world have a university located within the technopolis. This bill does not talk about that, Mr. Speaker. Research institution, it doesn't talk about that. Mr. Speaker, the bill also is limiting, it's only talking about large technology companies. We also need to provide opportunities for our youth who can set up small tech companies and they can be housed there. So I think there is a lot that needs to be done to this bill, and as a member who is very conversant with Technopolis, I will be proposing amendments to this bill to align it with the international standards and also create value for Kenyans in this bill. Mr. Speaker, I second.
Now, Honorable Senators, I propose the question that the Technopolis Bill, National Assembly Bill number 6 of 2024, Senate Bills number 6 of 2024 be now read a second time. Honorable Senators, the bill is now available for debate, and I will allow Senator Samson Cherargei to make his contributions.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and I want to thank the mover and also the seconder, the DPL, Deputy Party Leader of ODM, my neighbor Senator, Senator Otsotsi, and also Chairperson of County Public Investment. Mr. Speaker, I was excited to listen to most of his insight yesterday since he started seconding, because it is his forte in this industry. And I'm happy, Mr. Speaker, he has given conspectus of what should really happen in Technopolis. So, Speaker, as you are aware, when we were in Form 1, you were being told what is definition of biology or definition of chemistry. So, Speaker, the word Technopolis refers to an urban place where it's like Silicon Valley that we have in the US. And it is, in fact, it's based where it is technopreneurs, the area of innovation, the area of tech, Mr. Speaker, and therefore it is very critical. I agree, Mr. Speaker, that as the world revolves, in fact, as we talk about technology in Kenya, Mr. Speaker, we are still slightly behind. Because I saw even companies like Meta and other major companies are now moving to artificial intelligence. So it is a moving target. Mr. Speaker, if you have happened to have watched the movie, I know you are a bit senior, called Hard Target. So, Speaker, the story of that movie is that a gentleman would always want to use one bullet, but he would miss the target. That's why it's called Hard Target, Mr. Speaker. For I know for the JNC and the rest don't know what movie Hard Target is, because I don't think the current type of movies in Netflix and Amazon and others, Mr. Speaker, or on YouTube captures that. But I advise that if you should find time, I know you are a busy man, you should watch that movie. It's a very interesting movie. So that is, I want to equate it to the fact of the technology. Technology, what is in the morning by evening, Senator Otsosi will tell you, has become obsolete. So we must be at pace, Mr. Speaker, in our lives. I remember there was an issue of elections, and you were very instrumental during the UDA nominations process and also being an agent of elections, and you are part of the people alongside you signing the charter during the engagement with the current president, Mr. Speaker. So this, and we were arguing about the role of technology in our elections, Mr. Speaker. Technology will control our lives. Mr. Speaker, but what surprises me, Mr. Speaker, is that when you go to other countries, they are now resorting to use of paper, especially when you travel, Mr. Speaker. And I know your members from table office are conversant because we normally travel together with the Secretariat, Mr. Speaker. I hope I can see they are smiling. I don't know whether it is true or false, but they are aware because I was once a chair, Mr. Speaker. When you go to America, these established countries, they are now retreating and using papers or hard. They no longer fear technology because technology also is vulnerable to cyber attacks. Is vulnerable, Mr. Speaker. That is why, in fact, if you remember, and Mr. Speaker, at least you have practiced law long enough in this country, you remember the substratum of the conversation within the election petition of Raila Odinga case in 2017. It was about the servers. And we were being told people in France were yet to wake up. Because, Mr. Speaker, I'm happy in this bill, we are creating our own store. Let me use the word store so that Kenyans can understand. We are creating our own hub, Mr. Speaker, so that we don't need to outsource. Mr. Speaker, in fact, as we talk today with the issue of e-citizen, the issue of cards, Mr. Speaker, in banks, is becoming a serious digital economy. And therefore, regulation and legislation on digital economy is very important. I want to thank His Excellency the President, Mr. Speaker, because he has been instrumental in establishment of digital hubs in 290 constituencies. That will bring revolution in terms of digital economy. The laying of fiber optic across the country, Mr. Speaker, will ensure Kenya, alongside South Africa and Nigeria, become one of the greatest hubs, Mr. Speaker, in the entire Africa, Mr. Speaker. So these 290 digitals that President William Ruto is pushing to be established in everywhere, Mr. Speaker, it should and it must be welcomed by each and every person.
Senator Cherargei, it's 6:30. When the House resumes tomorrow, you will have your 15 minutes remaining to conclude on your contribution.
But in future,
now, Honorable Senators, it is now 6:30 p.m., time to adjourn the Senate. The Senate, therefore, stands adjourned until tomorrow, Thursday, 24th of July, 2025, at 2:30 p.m.